Welcome back to Empower Yourself. Today we will learn about quality audit. Let us see the definition of quality audit. The audit refers to a systematic and independent examination to determine whether quality activities and related results comply with planned arrangements and whether these arrangements are implemented effectively and are suitable to achieve objectives. So, if we see that definition of the quality audit, it is a systematic as well as an independent examination. It's like a verification to see that all the quality related activities are within the regulatory requirements as well as are within the control of the established specifications. As defined, an audit is an information gathering activity so that the need for improvement or corrective action may be evaluated. So, with the quality audit, we can get the information of a particular activity and is there any requirement for the improvement or is there any requirement for any correction can be evaluated with the quality audit. Typical audit activities: initiating the audit, conducting document review, preparing for on-site audit activities, conducting on-site audit activities, preparing, approving, and distributing the audit report, completing the audit, conducting the audit follow-up. Initiating the audit. The audit will be initiated by the user of a particular product manufactured by the particular organization to check whether the manufacturer is following the regulatory requirements as well as meeting all the acceptance criteria as per the regulations. Conducting document review. So before going to the on-site audit activities, the user would request the manufacturer to provide the basic documents of the particular manufacturer through vendor questionnaire. So before going to on-site audit, the vendor questionnaire will be forwarded to the manufacturer so that the basic information will be reviewed before going to the on-site activities. Then based upon the review, then the preparation of the on-site activities of the particular manufacturer will be initiated. So the audit will be initiated by requesting the manufacturer to provide a particular audit date and sharing the audit agenda for conducting the audit of that particular manufacturing site. So after completing the preparation of the on-site audit, that means after receiving the information from the manufacturer as well as the audit date, so then based upon the audit date, the user would conduct the on-site audit activities. So conducting on-site audit activities. So based upon the pre-preparation, the audit will be conducted on the particular day that is being provided by the manufacturing unit of the particular product. So based upon that, the on-site audit will be conducted. So after completing of the audit on the particular day or the date provided by the manufacturer, then goes the preparation, approving and distributing the audit report. So this would happen based upon the results and the outcome of the on-site audit. That means during the audit, if there are any observations or deficiencies that have been observed by the auditor during the plant visit, then those would be recorded and those observations will be categorized into major, minor, as well as critical based upon the type of the result and based upon the type of the discrepancy or the observation observed during the on-site audit, and based upon the impact upon the quality as well as the yield of the product as well as meeting the regulatory requirements. So based upon all those criteria, there would be a preparation of audit report that would be the summary of the audit that has been conducted by the user to the manufacturing unit of the product that will be procured by the user, and that would be summarized in the audit report. So after completing of the audit report, then the audit would be completed. After completing the audit, that means after providing all the information of the audit that has been conducted by the user to the manufacturer from where the product is procured, there would be a process called conducting the audit follow-up. That means after receiving the audit report, the manufacturer of the product where the discrepancies are observed or the observations are given, so the manufacturing unit has to provide a proper justification and evidence documents that they are following the regulations, as well as they have to meet the regulatory requirements. So all those details have to be provided in the form of an audit report to the user who, who is conducting the audit. So based upon those conclusions or the CAPA provided by the manufacturer, then the audit follow-up will be carried out. That means if there is any observation that requires implementation of a particular activity, that means to comply with the particular observation, if it takes a period of 1 year, so after 1 year the particular manufacturer has to provide the evidence document of the observation or the non-compliance that has been observed. So that is how it goes on until all the observations that have been observed during the audit will be completed. So if it doesn't complete, the CAPA is not completed, then what is the next follow-up? So there would be a follow-up for the non-compliance that have been received, and after completion of the particular non-compliance, then the activity would be completed. Let us see the types of audits. Internal auditing, external auditing. External auditing is of three types: first party audits, second party audits, third party audits. Coming to regulatory audits, the regulatory audits are divided into two types, that is announced audit and unannounced audits. Internal audit, it is being conducted by the manufacturer or the particular organization within itself. That means here the quality assurance department is responsible to conduct the internal audits to its cross-functional team as well as to quality assurance also. So internally the auditing or the inspection will happen within the organization. Coming to external audits, these are the audits that are carried out by a company on its vendors or subcontractors. So like that means we are going and we are conducting the audit to the other manufacturers or the suppliers or the vendors. The first party audits, so this is the audit that is being carried out by the organization on itself. That means that it could be the internal audits of the particular organization itself, but like sister concern units. Coming to second party audits, this is usually an audit on a supplier by its customer. So supplier and the customers would include in the second party audit. Third party audit, so this is an audit that is conducted by an independent organization on a supplier, and this would be based upon the request of the group of customers. So the third party audit would be like if there are n number of customers who are using the product manufactured by one unit. So on behalf of all those customers, a single point of person would come and audit the particular vendor, and then he would give the report to all the group of customers, and that is how it happens with the third party audits. Coming to regulatory audits, here regulatory audits, uh, announced audit, these are the audits that are being announced before in advance, like it means in advance the date would be given, and then the regulatory audit will be initiated. And unannounced audits, so here during unannounced audits there would not be any prior information that the audit will be initiated or audit will be conducted. So unannounced audits are like to check, it's like a direct check how the processes are going on the particular manufacturing site. So in announced audit, if we announce there would be a problem that the particular, I mean, like if uh, there would be a chance to cover all the problems that would happen or unethical practices that would happen in the manufacturing site. So to avoid such a kind of unethical practices, nowadays the regulatory authorities are going for unannounced audit, where they wanted to check directly and how normally the activities are going on in a particular organization. So that is why there are announced audits as well as unannounced. Announced audit could be when there could be a re-audit by the regulatory audits. So in that case, the announced audit can be useful, and it helps to check whether they are in normal condition or not. Terminologies used in auditing. Let us see some of the terminologies used during the audit. Auditing, auditor, checklist, audit team, corrective action, opening meeting, exit meeting, probing question. Auditee. Here the auditee is an organization or department where the audit is being conducted. Auditor. It is an individual or a group of person who is leading the audit team and who is responsible for examination of the organization where the audit is being carried out. And he is responsible to prepare the audit plan, conduct the meetings, and submit the formal audit report. Coming to checklist, it is a document that contains numbers, statements, and evidences found in the audit or during the audit course. Audit team. So here the team, either it could be a member of one or n number or a particular group of people who would be conducting the audit in the particular organization. Coming to corrective action, a plan created by the management to address the non-conformance. So if there is any observation that is observed during the audit, then the action that is taken by the auditing side, then that would be confirmed and that would be uh, categorized, or that could be identified as a corrective action that is being provided by the organization. Coming to opening meeting. So before conducting any audit, the auditor would arrange a meeting that would be the opening meeting. So during the opening meeting, there would be a discussion between the auditee as well as the auditor, and the auditor would discuss his agenda and how the audit planning will be and how it's going to be executed. So during the opening meeting, all this would be discussed between the auditee as well as the auditor. Coming to exit meeting. The exit meeting is a meeting that is being conducted by the audit team as well as the auditee to discuss the results of the audit. So during the exit meeting, the auditor would explain the non-conformance or the observation that have been observed during the audit that has been conducted in the particular organization. Coming to probing question. This is a question where a question that is being used to get the clarify answers or discuss or discover more in-depth information, like it is a particular like procedure that is being observed during the course of audit the particular site. So to get such a knowledge of the particular observation that has been observed, so that would be the probing question. And these are the things that are being used and been heard during the auditing time. Goals of GMP auditing determines whether QA production activities and systems comply with GMPs, regulatory agency requirements, and site requirements. So here GMP auditing helps in identifying whether the departments in the pharmaceutical industries are complying with the requirements of regulatory as well as GMP requirements. And GMP auditing facilitates early detection of problems. So if there are any problems that would lead to disaster, so to it helps in the GMP auditing will helps in identifying it in an earliest. As GMP auditing or the internal auditing or auditing would be like in a scheduled manner, so there would be a chance of identification in an early stage that would help in rectifying the problems. Helps determine the depth of the identified problem and the areas as well as across the company. So if there is any particular problem that has been identified, and these GMP audits would help in determining how impact the problem is and how it is impacting the other areas of the company as well. So to identify all those things, the GMP auditing is helpful. Investigate and determine the root cause of the problem or deficiency. So GMP auditing will be helpful in identifying and determining the root cause of the problems as well. Assure compliance with the regulatory agency's requirements. Provide management with information regarding the level of compliance at the site and suppliers. So GMP auditing will be helpful to get the knowledge and the information about the particular manufacturer or the site, that they are meeting all the requirements of the GMPs as well as the regulatory requirements. And as it is being conducted periodically, this would be helpful in identifying the problem and rectifying the problem, and is helpful to avoid such kind of problems in the coming future as well. So these are the goals of the GMP auditing. Hope this has been helpful to you and has given you some knowledge. Thanks for watching and learning. Do share your thoughts so that it will be helpful to others. And thanks for watching.